But
I'm gonna start
in
recording.
fairness,
It's recording. You'd think
Fucking
that
hell.
if a car rolled over
but in
your
fairness,
shins,
like
it would
when you get
snap
hurt,
them.
when you get badly hurt, you don't like straight away. You don't get it. Like
That's what I'm saying. But you think you'd try and stand up and your legs would like not work? Do you know
sure,
what I mean?
he's obviously like, who
I
the
guess
fuck is
actually, you
this
know what?
cunt that
Yeah,
just ran over
he
me?
could have
I'm gonna-
shin. He could have his shins like he could have
Like
splint.
shock takes
what do you
over.
call them? Hairline fractures or some shit.
Like I've
His
heard it.
shins are probably not fine with a car having driven like right over them.
I mean, yeah, at the best, he's probably gotten away with bad bruising.
Man, I fell out.
yeah, severe bruising.
Man, I fell. I was langers, right? And I came back to this boat. It was a fairly fucking big boat. And I fell like a story down.
Oh my god!
Jeez,
What, like 10 foot
listen,
Drunk.
listen. It's even funnier. than that.
ragdolling?
It's so. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like the gantry on a boat. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
it's
the
like
boat.
the walkway.
And there's like a bit. Not, yeah, we were not really supposed to be walking up there. Like, it's only to work like cranes and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, okay. What
but
were you
the
doing?
the boat was so low that was like the easier point.
Oh yeah,
for me
yeah.
to get
okay.
onto.
Okay.
And I was walking by and I was so locked. I dropped my phone. And as my phone dropped, I was like, you know, when you're drunk, you're like, oh no, and my hand was out like trying to get it, and I flipped over the railing, and I landed flat down.
Dude, you're lucky you didn't break your back or
Man,
something.
I reckon I definitely like broke the rib because for the whole, and my trips were a month long. And I didn't. I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that I didn't want to tell anyone or say anything to them.
Oh my
man.
god! So you're just
So,
at
yeah,
sea with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
broken.
It's fucking hard to breathe, man. I was like I could only do half
Like,
breaths
oh,
all the
say
time. Like I was
Oh
like,
my-
Cracked
When did
it,
this happen?
fucking hell, man.
but it's fine now. Like
That's the fucking spirit.
I swear, like like it was 21 days at sea, and that 21 days were like I couldn't lie on my chest, like,
Oh,
and I like to
fuck.
lie on my front when I sleep.
And was it like one particular, like the bottom of your ribs or
It's
something?
kind of like the middle.
Oh my god! Maybe you just had severe bruising, but like you never got it checked and it
Never,
went away.
no,
but-
it just went away. But that's
I
what
don't
I do.
know.
I'd say if I chopped my leg off, I'd be like, oh sure, it might grow back. Like,
Tis but a flesh wound.
And alas, I am a lizard man.
no, because I told Max
That's
this before. I
wild.
don't know if I've told you this before. I got like conjunctivitis in my eye. And my eye was fucking red raw. And I like met Irene, my aunt, like, and she's fucking fairly good. Like, she's got like 5 kids or whatever, so she's good with all these things. Like, she said, oh, let me have a look at it. And she go, right, what you do now is go up to the chemist and get this, and it's like an eye drop or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I went into the chemist and I asked him, can I get, do you have that, whatever type of eye drop it is? And what's wrong with you? I said, well, my eye is
You're a
red,
doctor?
like, my eye is red, like, it's kind of itchy as fuck, like, it was so itchy, like, I'd have to, like, nearly cry to not itch my eye, you know, I was fucking, it's going
Sounds
mad at me,
awful. Yeah.
and, your one scared the shit out of me inside there. She was just like, no, Jesus Christ, that's your eyes. You could go blind. You have to go up to the doctor, right? Go up to the doctor
Stuck
now.
like you wanted a bottle of bleach or something.
Uh,
You can't be putting eye drops in your eye.
so I was like, fuck, I better listen to her. Jesus Christ, I might lose my eye. Like, €50 anyway up in the doctor for them to go down to the chemist and get the eye drops that I went into the chemist in the first place to try
Over
and
the
get.
counter? Is it over the counter? like?
Over the counter, yeah. You just buy it now.
Crazy. So stupid. And then it's just like, yeah, and I guess they're right some of the times where you wouldn't want to be. Like, me and my mum have arguments over this, like whether you're supposed to use eye drops past their expiration date. And I'm like, it's not like chocolate.
I've used eye wash past this destination.
Yeah, well,
now.
they give you 30 fucking days after you open it for this big ass bottle. I'm like, I mean, I'm gonna still use it on
It's-
day 35.
Most of
I'm not throwing away half
was
my
it
fucking
most
eye
of
wash.
most of those dates though are just to cover their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know if we had it stored in like the fucking out in the heat?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
region,
yeah, yeah. My
it
mom's
might go a bit
but
bad.
listen,
like,
my
but
mom will be using eye drops that are like a year, 2 years out of date. I'm like, how? It's not like this isn't the Great Depression, or it's like this is your glaucoma medication and you're gonna go blind and you can't afford new stuff. I'm like, these are just like hydration drops of very little importance.
Oh,
The
speaking
cost
of
of-
I just noticed as well because the fellow who worked for Bollinger, well, I'm not working for him, but he's.
Watch out
we've
with,
jobs
watch
in
out
the
with
company.
names now.
Mm.
It's on the
I mean,
internet. little allegedly.
No, it's just because he's a hedge fund guy, and apparently the market has crashed again.
Oh my god, dude! The market crashed so hard today. They
Yeah,
had
the
to
close
shut
on it,
down trading, and that's like they put that in place after the 2008 crisis.
Yeah.
That's the first time
No, it
it's
was
been
before that. I
triggered.
think it was like 90. I think they think it's as bad as like the 92 one or something.
Or maybe
like
it
that.
hasn't been. No, so
This
what
is
I
the
heard.
worst one since like it wasn't as bad as the 2008 one. I think
No,
it was
no, no.
Earlier.
But what happened in 2008 is they put something in the stock market so that if the market drops by a certain amount in a certain time, everything shuts off. It just closes the market. So that's what happened today is that the market got triggered because it opened up. It drops like 5% in the course of like 10 minutes, which is like horrific. Which is
I thought it was 30%.
no. It's gone down 30% over the course of 3 weeks or something
Oh,
like that,
right,
and
yeah.
depending on what you're looking at. But Jesus, if it dropped 30% in a day, that is like that would be the biggest move in the history ever. But it was really bad. But what they had put this system in place so that if it ever got out of hand, the market just closed.
What does that even mean, though?
What? Sorry.
What does that even mean? Like, how does that? So the businesses are fine now because it's closed.
See, the thing about the stock market is that has nothing to do with the actual
it's just
businesses.
like
it's just where they
Gambling
trade.
is basically they're just gambling.
No,
on
no.
businesses.
I mean, some of it is gambling, but I mean, it depends on how you invest, really. Because like,
Yeah,
if you're just
like-
fucking around, anything could be gambling. But like, basically, at its core, the stock market is you're just buying pieces of companies.
Yeah.
And what
Hoping
happens
those companies
is
will do well.
since 2008 and since the rise of technology, most of the trading has become algorithmic. So it's just robots trading. So what happens is the market opens up down 500 points. All those robots are triggered. If the market goes down 500 points, sell everything. So that causes everything to sell. And then the robots go, oh shit, the market's gone down even more, which causes the robots to sell even more. So it can cause this algorithmic crash of the market. So now they have this thing in place. If the market goes down too fast, too quick, they close the market. They cut everything. And then they were like, okay, now we'll try again. So they turn the market on again and hope that everyone doesn't panic. So it's literally the classic turn it on, turn it off again shit. It's pretty fucking crazy. So that's the main thing. Like, it's not that anyone needs to be that worried about the coronavirus apart from old people, but like, it's just
Old people
it's everyone's
and
reaction.
people with like
diabetes, heart
yeah.
conditions, lung conditions, and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
but
the lads were saying that I work with that they listened to some I know it was on the news or something like that. A fella that had got it, and for like 2 weeks he was fucked. Like
oh man, yeah. Well,
Fucked.
you develop pneumonia really
Yeah, yeah,
quickly.
yeah,
is
yeah.
what happens. And
he
that's
said, like it was
no
impossible
bueno.
to breathe and
You drown in your
Yeah,
own
yeah.
like fucking phlegm or whatever. It's horrible. But apparently, like, you know, the Spanish flu, the one that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
really bad one. Apparently, that had a death rate of only 2.5%. I was expecting when I looked it up, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like 8 or 9 or something, and they're like, oh no, 2.5. I was like, oh shit, that's
Of-
like this
wait,
one.
no, that's not of population. That's of everyone that's got it.
No, that's yeah. So if 100
So
people get it, 2.5
100% of people that got it, only 2.5 people.
2.5% die.
people
Yeah,
died,
yeah. But that doesn't mean that everyone else has a grand time of it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like.
But it's always mainly
Well, like a lot
the
of people don't
weakest.
have a nice time with the flu.
Yeah, no doubt. Absolutely. But the thing about this one is that it seems to be like the flu. Everyone's like, oh, 1%. 1%'s not very high. You're like, yeah, but the flu is only 0.1%. So it's like 10 times more deadly than the flu. So if it was to do as much damage as
wait.
Sorry.
The flu,
Yes.
in population wise, is only 0.1%.
No,
It
it's
kills-
in mortality rate.
Yeah,
Oh,
it kills
right,
0.1%
right.
of people.
It's just so
1
many
in
people got it.
1,000.
But
Yeah.
like still 13,000 people died of them in last year.
So in the world, a quarter to 500,000 people die of the flu every year. So if coronavirus is 10 times more deadly, and also it seems to be like it's 3 times more infectious. It has an
Yeah.
infection rate of 3 point something, and the flu only has an infection rate of 1.3. So for every one person that gets the flu,
Yeah.
1.1 or 1.3 people get the flu, whereas coronavirus, for every 1, 3 get it. So it's really like that Contagion game that we play, where it was like
Yeah,
worst
yeah.
case scenario. It's like low level, but just deadly enough to like get everywhere. It's certainly not going to kill all
So
humans.
the problem with it is that they're afraid that everyone is going to get it, and because it takes out like so many people.
So let's
if
put it in
everyone
perspective,
gets
right?
it, a
Let's
lot
just
of
say
people will
half the
die.
world's population get it, and it's got a 1% death rate. That
That's
means
fucking like
35 million people will
Yeah,
die.
Jesus, fuck.
But they'll almost all be old and sick people. So it's like
we
not
don't need 'em.
most people don't need to worry about it. But you know what I mean? Because people are in two camps, right? They're like, oh, the flu kills people every. I'm like, yeah, it does. Those are the people we're worried about. Like, all these young people are like, fuck this, I'm gonna go out. We should be able to have parties. It's like, it's not you, man. It's you're gonna take it home and kill your parents.
There's
Like,
some bird
that's what's
that's going
fucked
around
up.
with a mask on.
it's
Yeah.
weird. You can't do that in small communities. You look like a
And
weirdo.
I've actually got one in my jacket.
Yeah, it's good to have one, like no doubt. Especially if you had to like go to the doctor's office or
well,
something
you're a-
like that. And you're a
You're a
parent
daddy,
as well.
yeah. You got shit to worry about. We don't.
Well, see, look for kids like
wait, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
I
wait,
don't
I
know.
got
I
more.
mean,
I got the lads at work.
Wait, there's more.
the, lads,
Yes.
the lads at work were talking about how the one guy was in Lidl last night, and there was some woman there with a trolley full of toilet paper. I don't know why the fuck everyone's getting toilet paper, and like there was literally
runs
toilet
out.
paper like falling off the trolley and stuff like that.
yeah.
They were like, do you know what? I think the same person was in Super Value the night before, because I was there and there was someone else with 2 trolleys.
See, they might be price gouging, where they buy up all the shit and then they wait for people to panic and then they sell toilet paper. Because what do you really need
And they reckon
600
that
rolls of toilet paper for?
We might run out of plywood,
Oh, really? Yeah, we're gonna run out of some weird shit. Like,
because plywood is made in China
mm,
and
Oh,
nothing is
okay.
being thing, and all the ports are filling up with all the ports are filling up with
oh,
containers,
empty containers that need to go
because
back. Yeah. It's crazy. It's this
I
give
know-
and take
I know.
system.
we're going to be fucked in when all the containers run out, because then we're going to start running out of stock, because most of our shit comes
Yeah.
from China.
If anything, this is like, it's going to be a great learning lesson for everyone. As
Mhm.
in, like, you can't have like one country be the workshop for the entire
Yeah.
planet, and also like no one is really
but they
that
do it so
prepared for
cheap.
this. Yeah, I mean, Vietnam will do it cheap too, like, or whatever, or spread it out, or just it's definitely gonna be a
No, I was only joking about that.
no
I don't
point.
want them to do it cheap. They've got like slave labor going on over there.
It's not slave labor in China. You
Oh,
got to think
yeah,
about
they
with
do.
China, right? If you have a free economy, like
Get
people,
like $1 a day.
well, yeah, but that's like for them, a
it's
liter of petrol costs 10
proportionate.
cents.
Yeah.
Like when you, it's all in
Proportion some way.
relation. We have the most expensive living
So
costs, so
they
we get
could
more
go
wages.
out- Could they go out on a night out in China for $1?
Well,
and
they
get
don't
pissed?
get paid that much. Like the average wage in China is actually like 4 or 5. China's become expensive now because the standard of living is raised in China because so many
'Cause
factories.
that's the
are
way
there.
like we kind of work it out. Because obviously I'm Irish and we love to set. But like you pay, for one day of work,
You could definitely go
for
out.
one
And,
day of work, you can go out.
yeah, they can do that in China. Yeah, it's almost always because what you're looking at is purchasing power. So certain countries have terrible purchasing power. For instance, in Venezuela, you can work all you fucking want and you're not getting shit. It's just like that's terrible purchasing power because the money is worth nothing. But in a country like China, people earn way less, but everything costs way less, and their standard of living is
And
way
I suppose
lower.
they
A lot
like
of people don't have fridges and shit. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a lot of people in China live. That's why people want to
no,
get
isn't it
into
like-
China because it's
isn't
an
it like
emerging middle
the-
class.
isn't it like in China, you can't move like from the country, which is like basically third world.
Yeah.
You can't move into the city and try and make a better
Well, you
life for
can't
me.
own property. So what happens is that was why this coronavirus got so fucked up, because they have the Lunar Festival every year is the largest migration of humans on the planet. Because what happens, from my understanding, is like families, parents who live in the countryside, to get a better life, they'll move to the city and rent a place and work in one of these factories, but they leave their kids with their grandparents in one of these tiny little villages. So that for like 50 weeks of the year, they work in Beijing. And then for these 2 weeks every year, almost everybody in China goes on the move, and they all just go back to where they are originally from and visit family and see family and shit. So the virus broke out during that mass migration.
So it went everywhere.
Yeah, well, that was why.
Right.
So China literally conducted the largest quarantine of humans in history by just locking down. I think it was 60 million people, which is like the entire population of the UK. You're not allowed to leave your house. One person from the household could leave every 3 days to go shopping, I think it
I
was.
thought they got shot and delivered. I saw a video of some
No, I don't think
Australian
so.
guy who was living. Well, he was living in Wuhan, or that city where it broke out, where Ground Zero is kind of.
Sure,
Oh,
some
well, in
people
Wuhan, it was like next level, so
Yeah,
they
yeah.
could have, I don't know what was going on.
He said he was living across the road from like a hospital, and he like could see people. Some one that lived in the apartment building with him got like taken out, dragged out of her house with her child, and then like a week later her child came back, but the woman hasn't been seen since.
Yeah, so China's a creepy place. I don't.
Yeah, but sure.
I mean,
They
God
do
bless
whatever
them.
the fuck they want. Like,
Yeah, well, that's why it's creepy, because it's like everyone kind of is like very impressed that like, oh, look how they come together and just do
built a
something.
hospital in 9 days.
Well, that's just wild. They built 10 hospitals in 10 days. You're like, what?
10.
10
I only
hospitals.
knew of one.
Nah, so that was just the first one.
But that kind of goes down to that communism thing that we were talking about before, didn't it? That they can just like they own every company, so they probably just got every building company in China. It's like,
Maybe it's
ah, well,
just
you
10.
can't
Yeah.
build that skyscracer.
Yeah.
You have to now come and build this fucking hospital.
So
for
there's
me.
ups and downs to that, right? Because like, what if you really needed an emergency hospital in Ireland? Good
We're
luck.
not getting it.
Good fucking
Could you
luck.
imagine the council standing in the road? Yeah.
Compulsory purchases.
No, that brick isn't gone in right. Take it down. Lunch.
Yeah. Trying to drink tea through their fucking corona masks. No, it's not gonna happen. So it's ups and downs to China, but the whole thing about China just kind of
Ups
creeps me
and
out.
downs. Oh yeah, let's kill a load of Muslims.
They haven't
that
killed
nuts?
any. They're just re-educating them.
Is that what they're doing? I
Yeah,
thought they were
they
killing. I
put
thought
them
it was
in
like proper
camps.
concentration.
Well, if they're
camps.
killing them, we don't know about it. But they're not, as of right now. Like, people have got video from inside the camps and shit, and they're just like telling them that you
You
know
are not Muslim.
extremism is bad
What
and
religion
you're
is China?
Chinese. China doesn't have a religion, but they like allow Buddhism, but they don't like the China like communism is usually no religions at all, but they kind of allow religions to just further
Keep
their
them happy,
power.
like,
So you've probably heard about that shit with the Dalai Lama, because obviously they want to control Tibet, but the Dalai Lama is the leader of Tibet. So when the Dalai Lama reincarnates, like the Avatar, that's where the whole thing about
Yeah,
Aang
yeah,
comes
yeah,
from, is the
yeah,
Dalai
yeah.
Lama. So now the Chinese are like saying that, oh yeah, when the Dalai Lama reincarnates, like he's gonna be Chinese, like that dude's an imposter. Like, so there's this race now to like to make the new Dalai
Kill the
Lama,
Dalai Lama.
because the new
And the
No.
new avatar will be born.
they're just going to do what they did to the Air Nation.
yeah,
Kill
who's
everyone.
China? Is China the
he's
Fire
going to be
Nation?
reincarnated there. Let's murder 'em
China
all.
is the Fire Nation.
Definitely,
yeah,
yeah,
you're
definitely.
right. Yeah, so China's the Fire Nation, and then
Oh,
I don't know. I think actually in that thing,
What
I
would the
think
Water
North
Nation
Korea.
be?
I think North Korea might
what would
be
the Southern Water
Fire
Tribe
Nation.
be?
I wonder is that the Southern Water Tribe. Oh,
That would
jeez.
be like.
I assume that they're
Inuits.
all yeah.
And the
Some
Northern
sort
of
Water
Inuit,
Tribe
yeah.
would be like
Uh,
Norway or somewhere, because they're like they're fairly like.
no,
advanced.
there are
They're fairly
Eskimos.
advanced.
Eskimos.
No, Eskimos won't be.
No,
as
there's
advanced.
no one in the south.
Yeah, because
There's no humans in the south.
there is.
No, 'cause
No,
that-
on-
it's-
no,
it's
in
not
Antarctica
connected
there's
to any
no-
landmass.
No, obviously
Oh, well,
not
it's
in
like
the
the
south.
station-
This
the
one, I'm
research
on about in
stations
fucking
maybe, yeah.
Avatar.
I know, but I thought you were trying to find a real like reference
No, that's what I'm
point.
saying. They're
They
like
would be like
Inuits.
Maoris or
That's what
something.
Inuits and Inuits Eskimos.
I don't know. I think they're the same thing,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah,
in the
yeah.
north. I'm saying, so they'd
Yeah,
be the
yeah, yeah,
northern
yeah.
water tribe.
Oh no, but I was just
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying,
I
like,
know.
yeah, yeah,
I was just trying to be accurate.
yeah.
Too
Yeah.
accurate
No,
for
no.
a cartoon.
Too accurate, yeah. So who would be the Earth Nation?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like, maybe China's the Earth Nation. Maybe
Yeah.
North Korea is the Fire Nation. I don't know.
No,
No,
because
it's-
North Korea doesn't really try and like take over.
What? They're the guys with the bombs. They're so
Yeah, but
they're
comics.
not-
They're not.
historically-
Nuclear war. Maybe it's a metaphor.
They're just like trying to.
Maybe the Fire Nation is Japan.
Could be. Yeah. Well, there you
That'd be
go.
more.
That was like World War II.
Could actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
could
don't know.
actually, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good call.
Aggressive.
know.
China seems like an Earth Nation type, because China's never really gone to war.
I'd
That's why
believe,
China got.
I believe the Fire Nation will go in raping motherfuckers. And
Yeah, that's the whole. They're like
Yeah, yeah.
they're like a chilled version of that, of like the
'Cause
the
there's
rape of Nanking
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
was like Sozin's Comet, but way more chill. I mean, the other way around. It was,
Yeah,
yeah.
We can't.
Dude, that shit is the worst ever. You
Yeah.
think the Holocaust is bad? You
Yeah,
see what
yeah.
the Japanese did. Oh, Jesus.
No, man. 6 million? They didn't kill 6 million in fucking China, did they?
The Japanese?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question. How many
I love how it's all diseases.
I
It
know.
because
It's just on everyone's fucking
yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah.
10 million
people.
The
Whoa.
Japanese
yeah,
murdered 3
Japanese.
to 10. So look, the Germans killed more because they killed those 6 million Jews and then
And
everyone else
that
in the
did
war.
Yeah.
But Japan had some crazy shit.
That shit
Japan
was
had like
crazy, yeah.
camp. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like the Japanese camp.
But did they do like human experiments?
Yeah,
and shit?
yeah,
Did
yeah,
they?
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Japanese
Yeah, that's
camp.
just fucked. Like,
It's like Camp 541 or some shit where they would like send prisoners of war and shit.
I just find it so fucked. Like, fair enough, one weirdo has this idea that we're
Unit
gonna do this to
731.
people because there's fucked up people in the world. But like getting like a whole army to agree with you to
Dude,
do that.
So
shit?
they would like educate kids in school that Chinese people were like dogs and shit,
Yeah, yeah,
and they
yeah.
were like designed to be murdered and shit. It's crazy.
And you're just happy to do that.
Well, dude, it's like that's
It's just
why.
so fucked how human conditioning like works
Yeah.
so easy. Like,
But what you gotta remember, what everyone needs to remember is that like it could happen to anyone.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like that's why you gotta be constantly
So
on the
that's how
lookout
people-
for
that's-
people who want to turn you into a Nazi.
but that's how people like. That's how
Sneaky
people fall into
fucks.
cults and stuff like. And shit,
Yeah,
like,
just one step
yeah,
at
yeah,
a time.
yeah, like,
And you're like, this is kind of weird. And
oh
then
yes, and now
it
we'll go
gets
to
normal.
Jonestown and just kill each other. We're going to go to a higher.
So many crazy. Have you
And
guys seen that
kids
one
and
on
everything.
Netflix, Wild Wild Country?
No.
That's wild. About the what's his name?
Osho.
Osho, yeah.
Yeah,
the-
I've never
Oh, I
seen
know
that.
what you're on
Rajneeshi.
about. Yeah, I know
Rajneeshi.
what you're on about. But
So wild. They like
Yeah, yeah.
build a city in
I
the
know.
desert in Oregon.
I
It's
know.
so crazy. I love that
man, how
documentary.
he had like fucking 500,000 people or something, didn't he? It was
Oh,
a
it
big
wasn't that
following.
many, but it was like 20 or 30,000 people living in like they had
No, but
they
I mean
had
following,
plumbing
not
and like
just not just
air
living. I mean
base and shit.
following is like all.
Oh
worldwide
yeah,
following.
worldwide, but in an actual town in Oregon.
Yeah, yeah, no, I
and
know
they had
that.
like they took over the police and the town
So Max,
council.
I reckon
and shit.
like it's either that or
Wild.
Jonestown is what Far Cry 5 is based on, something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah,
in
could be.
it's a game in Montana, and it's about like this cult comes in there, and they're in like a valley that's pretty much shut off. Like there's like only one tunnel out of
Wait,
the
what
valley.
game? Far Cry.
Far Cry
Yeah,
5, yeah.
Is that not about? That's
Oh,
it's
it's
Fallout
different.
is the apocalypse.
Yeah,
Apocalypse, yeah, yeah.
Sorry, okay.
And like this
Far
cult,
Cry the one with the bow and arrow.
there's a bow and arrow in Far
It's
Cry.
always a first person sort of.
I use the bow and arrow a lot.
You know, fighting some sort of
But there's
government
different Far Cries.
government despot, or not really. I don't know.
Do
Some
you know what? You are talking.
large group.
Okay.
You're probably talking
In a
about Far
strange
Cry
place.
Primal.
Yeah, where you're like, is it
It's-
like
it's
there's like
hunting and shit,
dinosaurs
yeah,
and shit?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I was. You were. I think we were playing that
It's-
when I was around one time. What you think that's based on Jonestown?
Well, like it's like like Jonestown or else.
Didn't they go to
that's
into the jungle in South America to get fucked up when they killed themselves in the jungle in South America? I thought.
Yeah, they bought like land there and they built their own like that. They were
Yeah.
building their own town. And
Yeah, but then those are the guys who drank the Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, who killed themselves. But yeah, this Japanese thing, Unit 731, was
Happy,
was
you know,
like
happy
their
to do it.
version of the Nazi experiments, where they would like infect prisoners with syphilis and then get them to fuck and then like leave them there and see what would happen and shit. Just the
What?
crazy shit, like sewing people together and all that.
Human centipede, like
Yeah, all that crazy shit that they were doing with like where the Nazis would like find twins and they would like conduct torture on one twin and see what happened to the other twin and like sewing eyes together and just like the worst shit.
I thought they were
you
just
could
trying to make.
ever
I thought the
imagine.
Nazis were trying to make super soldiers.
Nazis were doing everything to do. The Nazis invented meth. Like
Yeah.
they invented meth for Hitler.
See how many drugs Hitler was on every day.
Yeah, let's see all the drugs that the Nazis invented.
Not how much they invented. Just look up how much drugs Hitler took in a day.
Yeah, there's some great story about Hitler going into like how Nazi drug abuse steered the course of history.
Hi Hitler.
I did not even see that. It's so weird that
Hi
I skipped
Hitler.
that.
That's
Hi
so
Hitler.
good.
Nice. You know that dude laughed a lot when he thought of that. He's like,
Yeah.
perfect. I'm okay with this. Take my privacy. Let's see.
Send me all your cookies, please.
Does this? Oh, this is too dense. Wait.
Yeah, no, I don't want. It's talking about the 90s, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
Let's see.
Just look up how
Hitler
much drugs Hitler took in a day.
drug list. I just want a list.
Like Schindler's.
Theodore Morell.
What the fuck, guys? What do you think? Hitler was blitzed on cocaine and opiates.
And,
Damn, that is quite the combination.
Oh man, no, it's
to
so
be blasted on
serious.
heroin and coke at the same time. Oh, that's speedballing, isn't it? Isn't that what they call speedballing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've
Speedballing,
never done
yeah.
any heroin. I'm open.
I
but-
always assumed it was something to do with speed.
I think speedballing is taking heroin and coke. Speedballing.
Speedball soccer.
Speedballing is a mixture of cocaine with heroin or morphine, or sometimes a benzodiazepine taken intravenously or by insufflation.
No idea what those
Yeah,
two
what
words
does
are.
insufflation mean? I think it just means it's a fancy word for smoking. Is the act of blowing something into a body cavity.
Oh right, yeah.
Is that snorting or up your butthole?
Yeah, apparently that's how Whitney Houston took her drugs. I don't know anything about that. That's
Dang.
just a story. I heard.
Well, she would like run a pipe into her butt and then she'd.
No, just you get a friend.
That's easier than running a pipe into your butt. Is asking a good
Just
friend.
with a straw or something.
Can you imagine if I asked you, I was like, "Hey, Dave,
I've
come
seen
on.
that happen.
Are you serious?"
Yeah, swear to God.
No, obviously, please do not
A
say
straw-
any names.
no, I'm not
because I
gonna
don't
say
want to
a
have to
name.
edit this podcast. So you have seen in real life.
Yeah, and
do
if
not
they're-
say where you
and-
were. I don't want any information
the-
at
and-
all.
and
You
if
could
the
wear in
people-
Ibiza for all I care.
And if the people who are listening to us are listening to this,
Well,
one of them will probably be it. But I've seen it happening.
Okay, wow, that's crazy.
I didn't actually
Uh,
watch. I wasn't like
yeah, no,
fucking
but, like,
magnifying glass
But
out.
people
like,
be
but-
doing that at
yeah.
parties. It
It-
wasn't
it-
like let's go to the bathroom.
I
I
know
sure
there was
was
a
mighty,
reason.
mighty crack like.
That's
It's
crazy.
cracking.
You
There
had
was
to-
a reason. There was a reason. There was
Okay,
no,
okay. I don't need to know anymore,
Yeah,
honestly, because we're treading close to dry snitching. That's nuts, though. Can you imagine, like,
Sorry,
the
Whitney.
bouncer kicks the door? Yeah, allegedly.
What's Whitney Houston's favorite type of coordination?
I
Hand eye. Yeah.
I don't know. I was like,
There you
I
go.
don't know what songs she sings. I'm so bad with pop culture.
Yeah.
And I yes.
The other day I found out. Do you know what 7 is in Irish? Shocked.
That's an excellent one. Fuck, what was the one I meant to say the other day? Oh yeah, what's a pirate's favorite letter?
Arr.
No, 'tis the sea they love.
Ah yes.
It's so dumb and clever because it all relies on people being
Yeah.
smart enough to go, "Oh, get your stupid joke." You go, "Aha, I see you." I raise you
I
this
raise you
dumber
one.
joke. You know,
Excellent.
I got to give all credit to Sean. Sean came up with that, or he told me that one. I love that
Fuck
joke.
Sean.
I
Didn't
was-
even show up.
God bless the
Harsh.
man. I hope he's all right. They said that they were getting sick, but I'm sure that they're
Corona.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
who
missed the show.
cares? They're not like. Hopefully, they just don't like go hang out with any old people. That's the
But
main thing.
Drake. Hopefully Drake's okay.
Kids are apparently not
Yeah.
susceptible at all to it.
Actually, yeah, I hadn't heard of a
It's
kid.
really, really low. Like infants have been recovering in China, so it's not. It doesn't seem to be an issue. The main thing with
But I
kids is
suppose
that
yeah, they're growing and there's so much shit like going on in their body, like trying to make them right. I
apparently it
suppose.
varies. Like, so I think that SARS was quite deadly for kids, but like this one is just not. Like, it just varies a lot. But the thing about kids is
Here,
that
do you ever hear that Zika virus anymore?
the little head virus where the babies get born with little heads.
And they're fucked out.
That's
anymore.
crazy. Yeah, but that's really
Is that
that's
gone
quite
now?
rare. It's only through mosquitoes in certain places, and they can
It was
exterminate
happening
the
in
mosquitoes.
Florida a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that
But
was
it's
the.
like
but
Florida and around Caribbean and
you
kinda
can work
like
to
Latin
get
America
rid of that.
and stuff like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were getting rid of it because like you can kill the
It's
mosquitoes.
just I
and
haven't
shit.
heard it. Like that's how it, like I love how these diseases come and it's just like every day like fucking corona.
I
And
know,
then next
right?
thing it's just
Yeah.
like
Swine flu.
But the
Nothing.
thing
No,
about
but-
coronavirus is that it's already killed more people than SARS, H1N1, swine flu, all of those combined
yeah, I didn't think it killed
times
that much.
3.
What?
SARS killed like 700 people. like swine flu killed like 500 people.
Oh yeah, so there,
So-
that's nothing. Though,
This
like,
is only just getting started, and it's killed 3,500 people,
oh fuck.
which is like it's mostly old people for sure, but like that is kind of alarming, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And
actually
people who
alarming.
are like not in a risk group, who like maybe have like something like diabetes or a heart
like
condition
killing
or
500
something.
people, I don't see why that was such a national epidemic. Like,
It's because it's all scary because
no one knows.
no
what
one
to do.
knows,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they have
yeah.
no vaccine. And the thing is, look, what I've realized is you can never react perfectly. You can only underreact or overreact.
Yeah.
And when it comes to pandemics, never underreact.
Oh,
so,
well,
like-
I'm underacting completely. I couldn't give two fucks.
But you don't want the government to underreact. And
Yeah,
like,
true.
and in all fairness, if you were like, I'm the only reason I'm concerned is because like
So the
my
government
dad
only
is in
give a
his
fuck about
70s.
Who's
And
going
my,
to be in government?
isn't that
at the
crazy? You
moment,
think the
like, they don't-
government would be more concerned? They're all
They
old
don't
as
because
fuck.
they don't know if they're going to be a government in like a month.
I know,
That's
but
the
you'd think they
problem,
all wouldn't want to die. Like, what's the average age of a politician? It's probably in their 50s or 60s. Like,
No, man, I'd say they live to fucking 90s. Politicians, they're rich.
What? No, I'm saying, but like, what's the average age of a politician?
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably 50s or 60s,
yeah,
maybe
50,
a little younger. Here.
55, I'd
But
guess.
like in America, right? Everybody who's like likely to run for president is over the age of 60, pretty much. Like everyone under the
Yeah.
age of 60 got knocked out. Bernie Sanders is like 75.
What?
Yeah, Trump is like 73.
Oh, I know that. but I
Biden is
didn't-
like 72. Did you see? I want to say
How old was Obama?
like 45. He's such an aberration. He's like a funny, cool, young black guy who's the president. Now we gotta go back to all white people. Not that I have any problem with all white people, but it was just
Yeah.
interesting to see. I would love a young white guy or a young white woman, or I'm just sick of old people, man. Look at Biden, right?
But just old people are not on the generation that you're like that the world is in. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
And it's
so-
not like we pick.
Start
it's
working
it's
on
like
not
we pick wise
touching your-
old people either. We pick these like weird fucking. We just pick old people who've hung around long enough. Wise old people don't hang out in politics. They're out like living
They're
their
only
lives
living,
doing
They're only
fun
living
things.
to please you in a way that will get them get their shit done. Like,
Exactly.
They're not actually,
It's a popularity contest.
yeah, they're not actually doing anything. They have their own agenda, but they're gonna tell you your agenda just to get you to vote for them.
Oh man, how would I find this?
Gaffs.
I know, I
Fucking
know.
For real.
There was just one where he's like, Joe Biden.
Gaffs. What is it? What's that show? MTV Gaffs.
Is that a thing?
Cribs.
Oh,
It's
Cribs.
Cribs, yeah.
Yeah, that's like the British
The Irish
version would
one.
be Gas.
British,
to
Gaff is
Danny
definitely
Dyer
Irish.
presents.
Oh, yeah.
Gaffs.
Is Gaff a totally Irish
I
word?
thought Gaff. Was,
yeah.
I thought Gaff was like a Cork City word, but now Gaff is like moved around. I used to hear that like when I was like
Fucking
12
no,
from
man.
Cork. People.
Man, I might be wrong, but I
Go to
thought
the
I
gaff,
would
boy.
hear
We
people
go
say that
getting
in
at the
England.
Gaff.
You could
Gaff
be-
Party. Yeah.
But now I'm starting.
don't
I'm
know.
only now starting to hear like English people say Gaff. So I just always assumed it was an Irish thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Like,
It's hard for me to tell because I go back and forth. So it's
Maybe
like,
that's where gaffer comes from then.
what's a gaffer?
oh yeah, Gaffer. So he's the
Like the
home-
builder, he makes houses. So gaff.
Like,
Ah.
okay, no, I was thinking more of like
The
Gaffer.
gaffer, like.
the Gaffer is your like manager.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like the top
So
dude of a builder.
managers are builders.
Dude, shut the fuck up a second. Don't worry. if the manager of the building company makes the houses, he's the houser, or like a gaff. So he's a gaffer, is what I'm saying. I don't know if look, I'm not. I don't know if that's true. It's just something that I thought about.
No, no one's giving out to you like.
No. Well, right. Yeah. What's? Have a look at what gaffer
I
is.
love
Where does
you,
gaffer come from?
Mary Jane. What? Yeah, no,
Gaffer.
you're making sense
gaff.
on that.
Where does it come from? Like.
Well, it's just
Let's have a
slang. I
look.
just assume it's just slang, like, but
Oh my god, I'm just so tired. I was trying to find this video, but it's on my phone. I'm just gonna plug my phone in, so I gotta turn this thing down before it makes that stupid, annoying noise that everyone hates. Thanks,
Ow.
guys, for keeping that conversation going about gaffs. I wasn't really listening, but I was really happy that you guys kept talking while I looked for this. And now,
I
So
forgot
look.
you were here, to be honest.
that's good. That's the way I want it to be.
Who said that?
I want to hear this thing. Look, this is Joe Biden.
720 million women back in the workforce.
It's double the population of America.
Think about it. We hold these truths to be
This one.
self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
You
Think
go
about
with
it.
your, you know the thing. You know what I'm talking
Come on,
about, right?
guys. Say it with me.
Come on, help me.
on.
Vote for me.
Yeah. If you want equality, say hell yeah. This is the guy that they want to run for president. They're like, this is the guy. He's the guy that we
700
need.
truths to be self-evident. 20 million women back in the workforce.
He has Alzheimer's, basically. And he's like 76.
Think
He's
about it.
lovable.
We hold
lovable
these
guy,
truths
though.
to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing.
What?
It's
You know the thing.
You know the thing. Come on. He's trying to. What he fucks up, he's trying to say we hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. It doesn't say women. That's why he fucked up. He added women in there, and he's like, wow, wait, oh fuck, wait, what about women? No. That's what's unfortunate is that when they wrote those wonderful words, they were like
I just love
white dudes.
Why can't you just call people people?
Oh
You know
no,
what I
but
mean?
that's what's fucked up is because people are like editing history now. Like people
Yeah,
are trying
yeah.
to like on the fly. He's like trying to make it a non-gender specific
But aren't we
quote.
all just people? And couldn't you just
Yeah,
leave it like
exactly.
that?
That's what I try and say now. I try and say people. I do my best, but like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
But,
I
like,
think the thing is everyone.
I'm Irish, so I'd be like, let's go up to the boys, but like there could be half girls and half boys there. But it's just like, why don't we go down to the boys now and have a few points? But like,
Yeah. I don't think it's
It's
us.
just
Call
very,
them to,
like,
the,
a
to the
saying.
people there. Yeah, it's not
It's
got the
just
same.
no, but it's an Irish
I
thing.
think that's
like,
yeah,
the
that's,
boy always
that's grand. Like
Yeah,
that's
I think getting.
colloquialism, but yeah,
But I don't actually mean like
Yeah.
because there could be more girls than boys there.
No
But
one.
it's
I don't
like-
think anyone really cares so much about the specific words. It's just that like women or these people who are upset about these words, they want people to think fairly about women, and
Yeah.
then sometimes it's like stuff is quite male skewed in the world.
definitely,
You know what I mean?
100%, yeah.
Something I learned the other
It's
day.
like
it's like,
shampoo bottles, like oh yeah, this one's all silky and all like lushful and fucking smooth and all that would be like advertised about that shampoo bottle, and then for male it's like yeah, testosterone, energy, power.
it's made with
Super,
caffeine. It'll make your
yeah,
hair
like-
grow faster.
You're
That
a
is so
boss.
common.
Your scalp will be vitalized
You know
for
what
the
I mean?
day.
Like, it's just
You'll
such
think
a-
faster than you've ever thought about.
it's like an energy
thinking.
drink for your scalp.
You go for a shower, you can punch Mike Tyson in the face, no bother.
This is it. We are watching Power Thirst. Have you guys seen Power Thirst? Because no one reacted when I said Power Thirst. How have you guys not seen Power
Probably
Thirst?
have, I think
This
I have.
is one of my favorite.
I
Let's
have,
just
yeah.
see Power Thirst compilations.
Oh yeah, I have. You showed it to me.
Yeah, there you go. I am the Power Thirst source, apparently. 12 years ago. Jesus, was YouTube even a thing?
Yes, man.
I know.
2008, was it?
Oh, yeah, I got to turn this down. It's just so. Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like I remember watching this when it first came out. It's
2006,
like
no.
we were jamming. I was a 14-year-old boy.
Energy drinks. Hey, do you want to feel so energetic? Try Power Thirst. Energy drinks for people who need gratuitous amounts of energy. With all new flavors like chocolate. Chocolate energy. It's like adding chocolate to an electrical store. Sound the alarm. You're gonna be uncomfortably energetic. What's that? You want strawberry? Well, how about rawberry? Made with lightning. Real lightning. Sports. You'll be good at them. It's an energy drink for men. Energy. These aren't your dad's puns. These are energy puns. Turbo puns. Science, energy, electrolytes, turbo lights, power lights, more lights than your body has room for. You'll be so fast, Mother Nature will be like, slow down. And you'll be like, fuck you, and kick her in the face with your energy legs. You'll have so much energy. Just running all the time. Power running, power lifting, power sleeping, power dating, power eating, power laughing, power spawning babies. You'll have so many babies. 400 babies. Give chocolate to your babies and they'll be good at sports. Make your babies run abnormally fast. They'll run as fast as Kenyans. People will watch them running and think they're Kenyans. They'll race as fast as Kenyans against actual Kenyans, and it'll be a tie and they'll get deported back to Kenya. Hey, go with the sure thing. Don't gamble on your energy. Snake eyes. Try Power Thirst, the energy drink that will make you sort.
I assume they're probably the makers of the thing. They just threw into
What?
the picture, like.
Oh, I guess I just don't understand what Snake Eyes is about. Really, it's just
Oh, craps.
yeah, I think so, but I've just never really understood that joke. Snake Eyes.
It's just.
Oh, is
mad.
it college humor? That sounds about right. And then after the first one blew up, they're like, all right, we can get a film crew. We can go to the desert. Get an actor. You're thirsty.
What are you waiting for? What if everything you ever wanted came in a rocket can? Power Thirst Rocket Edition! With all new flavors like banana, fizz bitch, and gun! You've had the worst, now try the thirst! Quencher! Power Thirst. Side effects include glowing sweat. Use your sweaty body to fuel sweet rave parties. Power Thirst. Anything is possible. Air Blasting. The sport you'll invent because you'll be too energetic for normal sport. You'll feel like a fighter jet made of biceps. What about me and my blue collar? Too spicy. Turn that everyman into a Beverly man. Beverly stands for beverage. Interrupt this advertisement to blow your mind. Power Thirst now comes in women. Now with preposterous amounts of testosterone. Preposterone. Think fast, douche fag. Power Thirst now comes in doves. Oh, humpcatting, similar to bear blasting.
Oh Lord, why have you forsaken me?
Cannon. When God gives you lemons, you find a new God. Power Thirst, Godberry, King of
I
Lemon
fucking
Bear
live by that line. Like that's.
Oh
I love
Lord,
it.
why have you forsaken me?
Cannon. When God gives you lemons, you find a new God. Power Thirst, Godberry, King of the Juice. Unacceptable. Drink Power Thirst and you'll win at everything forever. You'll win at running, football, arson, weddings, and arts. You'll even win at irony. Oh, top score. Still unconvinced? Well, check out these testimonials from real Power Thirst drinkers.
400 babies. Power Thirst. It's really.
All right. Power Thirst. It's like crystal meth in a can. It's crystal meth in a can. Power Thirst is crystal meth. Warning. May contain anacornicova.
Oh, so crazy.
How would that be a warning? I would love a can full of corner.
Who is that? It's like a tennis
Player got married Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, how interesting. You know quite a lot of.
I like Enrique Iglesias and Anna Kournikova is fit.
What does he do? again? He's a singer. Is he?
If you laugh,
What?
I can be your hero, baby.
Oh no, I'm thinking of Live de Vida Loca. Who's that? Ricky
Martin.
Ricky Martin. I hope we don't get YouTube flag for me just doing that little bit of Live de Vida Loca.
I might get sure. I just sang I could be your hero. So.
Let's watch this coronavirus touch your face.
Wait,
thing.
watch your one with the black hair. Look,
She starts off on the jump. She's like rubbing her face.
Start working on not touching your face.
Oh yeah, sorry. So you can watch. Officials keep warning the public not to touch their face, and then do just
type
that.
in corona.
Yeah, what I type
face.
in?
That's all you need to do.
Coronavirus. Don't touch your face.
No, corona face.
Corona
Guarantee
face.
it'll
You'll
bring
find
it
it.
up.
Yeah, it's popular. Sarah Cody.
Because
That's
one
fucked up. That's what my
main
brother's
way
going to do.
viruses spread is when you touch your own mouth, nose, or eyes. And of course, enhanced cleaning of surfaces.
Well, we're always saying the common sense of washing your hands, not touching your
This
face.
is a compilation.
Looking at every way individuals come into the country, not just through the.
One of the key parts to preventing transmission is washing your hands and not touching your face. You know, there's a lot of folks that are trying to ask themselves, do I need a mask?
I think these are very important things. Working hard, not to touch your face.
That everyone would have to fill out that would go directly to CDC.
I thought about it as well.
I've been looking around the room here. I can't tell you the number of you who've put your hands to your face in the last 20 minutes or half an hour.
Sneaky
Hear
fuck.
some of the things about
From the
washing
Who.
your hands and not touching your mouth and your nose and your eyes. I mean,
Can you tell me why it took 5 days to test the patient in Madison County?
See, this is the
They're
thing,
definitely
though.
all on coke, man. They're wiping their nose. That's the coke wipe right there, like. Am I dripping? I got a
It's
drip.
like-
He's got a drip. Like
I see a pattern amongst top level.
Every single one of
ranking.
them. Every single one of them did that coke wipe. Like
This is it.
We've
confirmed.
paused at a really good moment here. It looks like he's just about to go, fuck.
I'm
For fuck's sake, don't go outside. Don't go. Have you seen that video of your one the Irish weather in the storm?
No.
Oh man, we have to watch that after.
Oh,
Type
What is
in
Don't go outside.
don't
RT
make unnecessary journeys.
yeah, RT weather. Don't go outside. Just don't go outside. I'd say.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
Theresa
Oh,
Theresa
yeah.
Mannion.
Look at the first result.
Look at it. Yeah,
I
man,
kind of
don't
want to
know
hear
what-
that song.
I don't know what the
I'm so clear. So
Jeez,
let's
man,
just
that
hear what
looks
that song
trippy
is.
as
I
fuck.
know. Let's just hear what the song says.
Oh, that's not how I expected to start.
I know, but is it gonna get worse? Oh my god, that album is horrible. Look at the cover of the album.
That
Hope we
is
don't get
not
sued.
the album art for a song.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it's like that song we used to play on Audio Circle. Okay, this is so random. I'm sorry anyone who's listening to this. We are
Oh, they
so
were singing there. Oh.
we are so scatterbrained. Okay,
Returning now
RT.
to our top story, a red weather alert remains in
Damn it, I
place
just
in the
touched my
west and
face.
northwest as Storm Desmond crosses the country. Well, we can now go over to Theresa Mannion now in Galway. Clearly, Theresa, the west coast is bearing the brunt of this storm.
You're like, yeah, you fucks, maybe.
Absolutely, Angus. Storm Desmond is still very much making its presence felt in the west, the northwest and the south of the country. There is a red alert warning still in place until 3 a.m. and we have to heed the safety message from Gardaí and the councils. Don't make journeys unless absolutely necessary in these treacherous weather conditions.
And what about road
They made
conditions
a
along
song
the west
out of it
coast?
as well, of course. Like.
Well, Angus, we're hearing that road conditions in different parts of the country are treacherous tonight. We know that the Glenveigh to Tarman Road in Donegal is completely impassable. We also reported the N59 from Ballina to Belmullet, totally impassable tonight and most likely tomorrow as well. That means that the town of Crossmolina is effectively cut off. There is no power in the town tonight apart from a portable lighting system set up by Mayo County Council in the centre of the town.
The water
to allow
has
people
invaded.
Use some borrowed light if necessary. A lot of homes have been flooded. Businesses are closed, and for mass goers services, all services have been cancelled tomorrow.
It's like the
Theresa,
coronavirus
news
all
coming
over
in
again.
of flooding in Bandon.
Oh, this isn't it. I was waiting.
That's right, Angus. We're hearing that the River Bandon has started to flood the town centre in Cork. A very live situation unfolding there. The army are present, council staff and army are sandbagging the town there. So we'll be watching for developments. Crossmolina and Bandon are just two of the many towns and villages around the west.
Is this going to
the
heat up?
northwest and the
This
south
is
of the
basically
country.
a weather
I haven't
report.
seen
The
this.
full impact of Storm Desmond. So once again, Angus, I think the
Oh,
message
I don't
tonight
know.
is safety at all costs. Don't
Safety.
make journeys unless absolutely necessary. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. Stay in, stay warm if you can.
And likewise,
I don't know if that's the video.
I mean, man, that was.
There was,
honestly-
I swear there was another part where there was.
No, I say
I
that's
think there was
not
some
it.
kids swimming
Is it-
or something.
No, she's going mad. And she's
I
like,
gotta be
"Don't
honest,
go outside."
guys.
Maybe it's
I
that
didn't
one.
want to insult you, but that was hot
don't think
garbage.
that's it. I don't think that's it, yeah.
Is it this one on the right here?
I'd say it could be that
But I
one.
think that is that her.
While covering a storm,
No.
Theresa Mannion created one, taking the internet by storm with her gale force delivery.
Oh my god! So this is CNN reporting on RTE News.
No, man, 'cause it went viral. Like,
yeah,
it
yeah.
went
I'm trying to.
viral.
That's just shocking to me. This is like a fucking.
The minute,
headshot.
yeah, the video I've seen was only like fucking
That's so
12
weird.
or 13 minutes.
Imagine like
seconds
you're
long, like.
sitting in California in your office and fucking.
She goes mad. She's
and
like,
then, Deborah from RTE pops up on the screen.
she's like,
Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks.
look how mad that is.
The other one was she was like
Yeah.
practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the heavy shit. She's losing her mind now. She's hamming it up.
Created one, taking the internet
Oh,
by
shut up, you
storm
stupid
with her
cunt.
gale
Shut
force
up.
delivery.
Don't make unnecessary journeys.
Don't
take
do
risks on treacherous roads.
I think what you're trying to say is
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
There
god!
has
Was
to
that
be-
her?
No,
giving an
I'd say
interview?
so. Yeah, I'd say
That's
she went down.
crazy. I don't want to see in it, but like,
If that, like, I'm surprised
maybe if
that
I-
video didn't like come up. Like,
that's so weird because that was
I'll
basically
check my
like
phone. Maybe
here. Look, Super
that's a
Kaylee,
remix,
the
that's a
Super
remix,
Kaylee
that's a
remix.
remix.
Okay. We should hear the original before we hear the Super Kaylee remix.
Yeah,
I'd say that's it. That's
there,
109.
there, yeah, okay.
N59 linking Ballina to
Sorry.
Balmullah
Oh, yeah.
is
Dramatic
physically
music.
Someone's put the music
impossible,
as-
causing serious flooding conditions for the town of Crossmolina. So all of the advice is stay away from that stretch of motorway. It's treacherous, and we will
Love
be
that word.
following developments there. I suppose Una Crossmolina crystallizes just how treacherous the weather conditions are here in the west and the northwest. Cannot repeat the advice often enough from the Gardaí. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks and treachery.
She's speeding up. She's like, listen to me. They're coming for us. It sounds like an invasion. It's the Nazis have crossed the border.
Just how treacherous the weather conditions are here in the west and the northwest.
Treachery in the
Cannot
front.
repeat the advice often enough from the Gardaí.
Stay in your
Don't
hole.
make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea.
Yeah. No, this is the bit I was on about.
No, it's like
People have been spotted in the water.
Oh my god! It's like her. She lost her son or something. It's like a personal vendetta. She's like, please, we've lost too many to storm.
I lost half my family in Ophelia.
The Gardaí, don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. And don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salthill both today and yesterday. Galway City Council say their actions are idiotic. Not only are they putting their lives in danger, but it is unacceptable and unforgivable to put the lives of people in the rescue services at danger as well.
Let him drown. That's so amazing.
I was wondering, I was waiting for it. Waiting for it in the first video. And I was like,
we gotta listen to the Kaylee
Yeah,
remix.
you threw me off because I was like, damn,
Yeah.
man. Oh my god.
That was like a new one. Or I don't know. That was weird.
That was amazing.
She
Yeah,
said
that was
basically all the stuff that she said in that one, but she had her hood up and it was
super
different. It was
strange.
all
it was completely
Well, she didn't
different.
mention the swimming,
And it was
she
the
was
top-
not
the
as
top
No,
dramatic.
she didn't. Yeah.
Top
But
hat
maybe
and
she
issue.
was like, it was the same night, and she
She's
was
got-
just somewhere else
no,
giving a
Joel,
report
dude,
later
dude,
in the
she's
evening.
just got like, okay, you're reporting on a storm,
in the
and she
nine
just has
news.
like a storm like sheet, like, okay, you have to say that. Oh wait, no,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
storm doesn't fit it. We'll
It's
cross that bit
It's
out.
just treacherous underlined in bold.
Welcome to treacherous.
Emphasize. Oh, that's
Population
so good.
treacherous.
Where's the Kaylee remix? Fuck, Ireland comedy's the best.
Yes, Una, I'm coming to you from a very wet,
Such a good
very
start.
windy
I'm coming to you
Salthill
from-
prom.
Live from a Vita.
Yes, Una, I'm coming to you from a very wet, very windy Salthill prom. The gales are
Salthill's such
still
a
blowing in
shithole.
off the
Always
Atlantic Ocean
wet.
here. But really, this is all about the rain. All about the rain.
Yes!
All about the
Yes!
rain. All about the rain. Cannot repeat the advice all day. Cannot repeat the advice all day. Gardaí.
Here we go.
Yes. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. People have been spotted in the water both today and yesterday. Their actions are
They did a really good
in the
job.
water both today and yesterday. Their actions are for the town of Crossmolina.
Killing it. Oh my
Unnecessary
god.
journeys, don't take risks on treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary journeys, don't take risks on treacherous roads. People have been spotted in the water both today and yesterday. Their actions are for the town of Crossmolina. Don't make treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary.
Yes! Could you imagine how much you'd lose your shit? You're coked
that
up in
came
the
on the
club,
club,
and
yeah.
this drops. Dude, half the time I wish there was a night where all they did was joke
yeah,
things, or
yeah.
it was like the Jimmy Carr remix and shit.
Yesterday, their actions are for the town of Crossmolina. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. People have been slaughtered in the water both today and yesterday. Their actions are idiotic both today and yesterday. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads. Don't make unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads.
I hope she's seen this.
I was just thinking that.
For the town of Crossmolina.
Fire.
Yes.
That's her ringtone. People ring her. That goes on.
Dude, she's got to be more famous for that than anything else. That's
2 million views.
phenomenal.
That's 2.1
That's
million
actually
views.
that's what struck me about the other video though. And I just read the end of So You've Been Publicly Shamed by John Ronson. You know, it's his,
yeah.
And it's all about like
Yeah.
media shaming and all that
Yeah, I
sort of
listened
stuff.
to his podcast.
And then there was he got in touch with this
Podcast
company
Infection.
who like made people's shit go away on the internet by
Oh, yeah,
creating new
yeah.
profiles for him and like blasting it with. So it was I just thought it was interesting that the other video there was the top hit on YouTube. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yes, that's interesting.
So what? He's trying to stop people
She
being
might have
famous?
paid an agency to blast YouTube, like to basically
yeah,
go and
yeah,
hit the
yeah.
other video more, so that it goes to the top. That is a fucking genius thought. Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
was thinking, I was
someone
like,
done
why the fuck would this like viral
You know.
video look where it is? You go RTE Don't Go Outside, and it's like number 6. Like this comes up way before it. The first hit is it's almost like she reshot this one. And she was like, "Here, take this one, because this
one looks normal."
People will see this and they'll be like, "It's not as nearly as funny as David said it was." Gonna be.
Yeah. Man, I was watching
Whereas
it
if
and I
you
was
just
like,
go down further, there's pure gold. That's crazy. And it's got 316,000 views, and this one has got. See, that one's got 250,000 views. I reckon half the views there. I wonder if the top comment says, "Trying to find the real video." Oh, comments are turned off. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, that
The
makes
plot
sense.
thickens.
Yeah, man,
Plot
definitely,
thickens.
definitely.
Fuck that, dude. I think the internet is just the most wonderful place ever. I watched the TED Talk with the guy. Have you ever seen that? You know that meme of that old man with the coffee?
Yeah.
Where he was
Do you know
like,
what he is?
He's just some like Ukrainian dude or some shit.
Yeah, but what's his job again? He's got a
Oh, he's got some
he's
random
like a
ass-
professor or something. Or
Nah, I
no.
thought he was like a retired dentist or something.
man.
But basically,
I
he
read
just,
a story about
someone
him.
just asked him if he wanted to do some modeling one day, and he just did some like you know how there are like catalogs online of like stock photography. So he just did some stock modeling, and it was like someone discovered it. And just like you know how Reddit goes, they just go crazy on some particular thing for some reason.
4chan or something like that.
But yeah, but now he's like world famous, and people are often like coming up to him like, do we know each other? Because they don't quite know why they know him. Because it's not like, oh man, you wrote that fucking amazing song in love or some shit. It's just like,
but sure, it's like that guy, the
your face
Wheelstone
is-
Raider, man. He gets like everywhere he go. Like I get
what's that?
the guy. You want some? You want some?
Oh,
Me
yeah.
Like I'd say he doesn't buy his own drink anymore. Like
Oh,
when
yeah,
he goes
yeah,
out
yeah,
because
yeah.
people anyone who sees
Fuck,
him.
wouldn't you get a bit sick of it after a while? I don't know.
But if you were a nobody all your life,
Say the thing again.
What is this? Is this the same chick getting hit by a sign?
Don't make unnecessary journeys.
That's not
don't
this,
take
no.
risks
It can't
on
be real.
I've
treacherous
seen
roads.
the reporter
And
getting
don't
hit by a
swim in
sign,
the
but I don't
sea.
think it's this one.
It's gonna
Incredibly,
cut to the report.
people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salthill both today and yesterday.
Oh my god!
That's not real.
I know, but they did a good job. I was expecting it to just like fucking totally cut to a new video.
My
And
heart
that-
jumped for
Yeah,
Teresa there, man. I was like,
whoa, how did they do that? That made it look like she got hit away. That was some real ass CGI. Holy shit. Playback speed. Slow that shit down frame by frame, please. See, at some point it narrows. But wait, look at the left of the screen.
Both today
can hear the pain in her voice.
Oh my man, it's like she blows up as well.
They did a tremendous job of that. It's really subtle edit, but like you can see it just comes in from the it comes in from the left, and then they just pull her out of the screen. And look, you can see, look, they've photoshopped.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Man, the internet is such a wonderful place. I fucking love the internet.
Alright, man, when'd you marry it?
I kind of am married to the internet. We're all kind of married to the internet one way or another. Power Thirst, RT, don't go outside. Alright, let me see what other videos I have. Oh yeah, let me look at this Jeff Bezos one. It's not like that funny. You know deep fakes where they like train a computer to recreate someone's, like basically they'll take a, you know what a deep fake is?
Like animate someone's face.
Yeah, well they'll take like, say they would take a Zoolander scene and they would put like Joe Rogan's face over Ben Stiller's body, so it would look like Joe Rogan was doing all the things that Ben Stiller did in the movie. So it's done by training robots to know how your face works, and then the robot can edit movies to make it, or film to make it look like. So what happened for a long time was like creeps on Reddit, of course, were using it to like put
I love the internet. Creeps on Reddit. Big dig on Reddit.
What? There are creeps on Reddit.
Are you getting abused on Reddit?
Nah, it all started on this thing called deepfakes, r/deepfakes, which had to be shut down because what they were doing was they were taking real footage of celebrities and training a computer to be able to edit porn. So you could put celebrities' faces on porn stars' bodies. So then you could release all of this like fake porn basically with people on it. And it's like kind of fake, but look, it's getting really good. So here's one they made from Star Trek with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, which is like
Is this a deception? Do you intend to destroy yourselves?
Just to show you how primitive humans are, Telosian.
So they've obviously
We had not believed this possible.
Why is this? Oh. They've put Jeff Bezos' face over this evil guy, and then they've put Elon Musk over William Shatner, Captain Kirk, and then just it's the same scene otherwise, but the faces have been changed by
Customs and history of your race show a unique hatred of captivity.
And Jeff Bezos is such a creep.
Even
and his head
when
looks
it's
like
pleasant and benevolent, you prefer death. This makes you too violent and dangerous a species for our needs.
And that's it. No apologies. You captured one of us, threatened all of us.
No other specimen has shown your adaptability. You were our last hope.
Elon Musk.
In some form of trade, mutual cooperation.
Your race would learn our power of illusion and destroy itself too.
So crazy. And I have this theory that like the world, like we're in a fight between Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, because Jeff Bezos is currently the richest man in the world. But if Elon Musk does what he has been hired to do at Tesla, like his pay package, he gets no money paid from Tesla whatsoever. His payment is all in the form of stock. So if he has goals that he has to reach, and every time he reaches a goal, he gets paid some more stock. And part of his goals is to raise the market cap of Tesla. So if he raises it to where it needs to be, and he gets paid all of his stock, he'll be worth like $200 billion or something. So then he'll be richer than Jeff Bezos. And they're both the only two people who are making reusable rockets. And Richard Branson has now got in it. So it's literally like billionaires are like kind of basically running the space future or whatever the fuck it is. But I'm on team Elon Musk all fucking day.
I watched one of those
Jeff
stupid
Bezos
like fucking conspiracy
Allegedly.
theory videos on like why NASA is like privatizing the space race, and it's because like when you're working for a government you can't like do certain shit, whereas like when it's privatized you can kind of just do whatever the fuck you want.
What do you
mean? I don't really know what
like
it means,
what?
but like,
okay. Good, I was like,
but like that's why that's why NASA is like becoming more privatized instead of being like a government.
Oh,
so I don't know. I'm not a fucking genius. I don't know.
No, so from my understanding, the thing about space,
they want to block out the sun like Mr. Burns in The Simpsons or some shit. I don't know.
No, well, that's the whole shit. Like, if you really want to go to Mars, like, you got to do some crazy shit. Like, I can't remember what it's called. It's called like a Dyson sphere, which is where they surround the sun in solar panels and use all of the energy of the sun to like terraform planets and shit. It's obviously crazy
Yeah,
sci-fi
yeah.
level shit, but like when people talk about like building a new planet on Mars, it's like the amount of energy needed to terraform Mars is fucking insane. So it's like you have to start doing something crazy like building a fucking giant solar panel around
Yeah.
the sun or something.
Do you know
But,
how Elon Musk has saved Australia like 115 million or something since he put in the...
Yeah. He's the future, man. Because
Oh,
what
man,
people
yeah,
don't
I
realize...
love him, but he's a fucking nut job, but...
Yeah,
we're
but that's
all
why...
nut jobs, like.
Dude, you think a normal person could do
Yeah,
what
yeah,
he
yeah,
does?
yeah. Not like, not in a bad way, like...
Yeah,
not
yeah,
in a bad
yeah.
way at all.
But that's why that
But I
video
love
is so
that, like,
brilliant. Because
he's
it's
gone
like...
out with Grimes, and I love Grimes. She's a great singer.
I don't think... Is he still going out with Grimes?
Man, he's a baby with Grimes.
This is so great. We're talking about Elon Musk now.
He's having a baby with Grimes, I'm sure. She's pregnant.
It's time to watch Elon Musk as a Grimes song. This
Oh,
is,
no way!
This is,
No way!
It's so perfect. This is one of my all-time favorite videos ever. I might have to turn my mic off. I get so excited. Okay, so I should give people heads up. So this guy called Nick Lusto, shout out to you, dude. It's one of my all-time favorite YouTube channels. He takes like songs, so it's like you can
I
see.
thought we
Kanye-
already watched this on this podcast.
No, we didn't watch this. We
Oh,
never watched this
guy.
song. Yeah, this
Oh,
guy.
No, but we watched this guy.
Yeah, we watched Alex Jones rants as an indie folk song. So he'll
I
just
sent
take
that to Max
celebrities'
after he wasn't
quotes
there,
and then turn them into these songs. So he's an incredible musician. He makes music as well on his own. So shout out, everybody should follow Nick Lusto on YouTube. This
He's
dude's
got a wide range as well.
it's so crazy, yeah. And he sings all of these
Yeah,
songs
yeah,
himself.
he's got
Or
a seriously
I think
wide
some of the
range.
female. I don't think he.
Well, yeah, obviously
just the
probably
female.
Nick Lutzko.
Nick Lutzko, yeah. So, but if anyone types in Elon Musk as a Grimes song, my all-time favorite one is probably Eminem as a Talking Heads song. I've got a rhyming disease. So this is Elon Musk. This
says that orange rhymes with
I put my orange, orange, 4-inch, hinge and storage, and then porridge. We'll listen to that because Max hasn't heard it. It's so
Yeah, yeah.
great. But so these are all real things that Elon Musk has said, and then they just sing them.
Oh my god, he did not say that.
Yes.
If we can figure out how to establish a high bandwidth neural interface,
he's doing that.
Then you're no longer a house cat.
Elon Musk dance gig is the best ever. Killing people. How much money is that?
Yeah,
a lot.
Oh, it's such a load,
He's just crying. That's so sad, man. The video where he cries. That shit's
Oh,
so fucked up. This is how you know how much he fucking loves space. When he became a millionaire, right? All he wanted to do, he got like I think he got 36 million, or no, it was like 136 million dollars from PayPal, right? And he went to Russia to try and spend all of it on buying one rocket from the Russians.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they for some reason the deal fell through, so he ended up starting SpaceX. Like, but his
People
idea,
who've been in the rocketry
he just
business.
wanted to go to the moon. He thought if we could go to the moon one more time, it would like spark people's love for space travel and want to go again.
For decades, who say about you that you don't know what you don't know.
Well, I suppose that's true of anyone. How can anyone know what they don't know?
But when critics say you can't do this, your answer to them is,
we've done it.
He's done it in partnership with NASA. But Apollo administration's drive taxpayers.
So when it first started, everyone was like shitting on him. They're like, "This is unrealistic. You're never gonna be able to do
Mediocrity.
You know, there are
What does he
Rule this administration's pledge to mediocrity.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
God, you can
It's
see him
difficult.
tearing up there for a long while. Like,
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
he's fucking loving it, man.
So they're hoping they
pricks,
would.
Like, interviewers are pricks.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make
Do you
a
wish your father
significant
loved you
difference
more?
in spaceflight and
I just thought that he cares so much that like he would like that's so fucked up as well. Imagine having your heroes say you're fucking wasting your time. Like
Yeah, but
you're
I'd say
mediocre.
they're doing that because all the cancer and shit that like they went through and stuff. And
What? Oh no, they're just saying what they were mad about is that the government is basically not doing space travel anymore. That they're giving it out to corporations. But that's the best way to get anything done.
Why are Neil Armstrong and them like going into it? That's why they're going into it.
Yeah, because they think that the government should be doing it. They think giving it out to
But they're all
corporations.
fucking soldiers and shit. Like, so they're
Yeah, but they are just they
They're,
don't
like,
know.
fucking
Clearly, they don't know what they're talking about because
using the
SpaceX
fucking-
makes reusable rockets. Like done, he did it. He made space travel like 10 times cheaper than it was
Yeah.
before. It's insane. But this is the way because before space travel, right? There was no economic incentive to go to the moon, so governments have
No, it
to
was
take
just a
money.
battle with Russia. Like,
Yeah, but it inspires people, and a lot of good things come out of going to the moon. Like microwaves come out of the moon. Sorry, pens come out of going to the moon. Like tinfoil comes out of going to the moon.
oh man, I think I told you that story before, where it was but then I saw it on Reddit that like they were like saying that America spent like fucking $1.5 million on making this pen that could work in space, and the Russians
use a
used a pencil.
Yeah, that's
but,
not
but
true.
actually,
But yeah,
no, it's
you
true.
can-
Yeah, but
it's
it's
true.
bad.
But the Russians use the pencil, and pencils break in the space,
They
and
leave
then they
little
get like, and
fragments.
little fragments go into the thing, so that they're actually wild. So I was like, so I've said this joke before, and I was taking the piss out of Americans, but actually they did the right thing by doing that.
Well, there's usually a reason, like, but again,
Yeah,
part
but
of the
then, like,
problem.
that's the thing. That's what I saw on Facebook. You just get part of the story, so they made the Americans look stupid. By,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that, and the Russians were smart by just.
But at
using
the
pencils,
time,
but then, yeah.
the pens were extraordinarily expensive, and it like part of that was because like NASA
Yeah,
had
no,
all
you
these
have to get it working
contractors.
zero gravity. Like pens work by like going.
Nah, but see these companies, right? They're contracted to make something for NASA, so even though they could make a pen for maybe $5, to make the money back that they spent investing just to come up with a product that's only going to be used for the rocket,
Yeah.
they sell it to NASA for like $20,000 a pen.
Yeah, yeah.
But whereas when SpaceX comes up with a better pen, they just use the fucking pen. If it
Yeah,
costs
yeah.
$2, it just costs $2, you know? So when the government was doing it, you had all these contractors, and it's hard to keep the prices down. And now there's
It's
nothing
like that.
better.
It's like this house that I'm working on. There's a window that's like little bit bigger than your fucking hatch up there, like maybe 6 foot wide and like 2 foot long, whatever. Not the other way around, but blah blah blah.
Yeah.
7,000 euros.
Jesus
cost.
Christ. There you
and
go.
it doesn't even look nice or like that. Like, there's nothing. Do you know, you wouldn't look at it and go, Jesus,
That's
that's a great
shocking.
window. $7,000. Like,
Why is
where
that?
the fuck is?
Is that
no.
how much a window costs?
No, man.
No, I didn't think so.
It costs 140,000 for, or 130,000 for all the windows in their house.
Wow. Probably shouldn't be detailing all the details.
I doubt this motherfucker is ever.
yeah, no, I doubt it, but heaven forbid
And no one knows
you
where
got
this house
popular.
is. That
This
house
is true.
there over in
This is true.
Bantry, the
You're
house
right.
in Bantry that I've been working
Perfect.
on.
Perfect. Now you're killing it. Now some guy from Bantry's gonna sue you.
someone in Bantry with over
Everyone
with 130 grand windows like, shit, man, who the fuck is this guy that was working?
How did he know? He's looking out his window. He's like, "Are they watching me?" Fucking hell! All right, what else? What are the other videos have I got here? All right, so you got the. Have you ever guys?
No, you were going to show the Eminem one. Do that first.
Oh
That's so
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Well, let me just show you. All right, let me show you these dogs. With in
Okay,
boots.
I like dogs.
Have you ever seen dogs wearing boots?
Yeah, man. Fuck.
God, sorry. I'm so sorry. They look so. They don't know what's going on.
Let's go.
They look so retarded. I just saw this earlier. I was like, I didn't realize the dogs in shoes was so comical.
No, but it's the same way as like put tape. You know when you put tape on a cat, like if you put tape anywhere on a cat, they like keep trying to take it off.
Oh
because
no,
of
I
tape.
never seen it.
So when you,
But he can't even bend over properly.
their hairs, yeah, but they think there's something like holding them or something. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
It's kind of torture. Well, the one I saw was this one. This guy is. Oh no! All right, never mind. I'm not gonna go back and find it. What was that?
Jesus Christ, I don't know what that was.
Was that you on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wasn't sure where it came from. All right, that's fine.
So
All
it
right.
was,
Was it porn?
No, you know those videos you look at and it goes, ah.
Oh
Where
right.
it sounds like porn?
It looks like another video, but it's got like the sound from a porn video
porn,
in
so
the back.
you're there
so
like
you
waiting,
get
you're
in
waiting
trouble.
for them,
Yeah.
So you're listening to
Boss,
probably
like, oh,
then.
this is gonna be whimsical.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You're
turn
in the
it off,
doctor's
turn it off,
office.
turn it. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what you get for having your phone volume on.
didn't know my
Okay,
phone
is this the worst hold music ever? I don't know if you guys have seen this video.
Hello, just a moment. Your call is now
Oh, it feels
first
like it's
in
coming
line
from the mics.
I
and
know,
will
it's
be
weird,
answered by
isn't it?
the next available representative.
It's because they're
Thank you
recording,
for
I
your
think,
patience.
in stereo or whatever. Wouldn't you just, if you had this up to your ear, you just lose your, because it's on speaker. He must have had it up to his ear. Jesus, what the fuck is this demon call? It's so aggressive.
Oh my
It's so god awful. And the idea that someone would have never listened to that and just been like, oh my god, what are we putting our customers through?
That's intentional.
Does it get better?
Surely that's intentional.
Oh,
It
what?
doesn't even sound like-
To get
it's not
rid of
just-
people?
Your call is now first in line and will be answered by the next available representative. Thank you for your patience.
I hate that so much. Fucking hell. It's like demons being summoned through the telephone. Fuck that shit. Oh my god.
Man, type in cats react to cat filters.
Cats react to cat filters.
Yeah.
What's a filter? Oh, what, on the phone?
Yeah. Just watch it.
Holy
just watch
shit!
It.
Can cats do
No,
that?
watch-
Cats
just
can
watch it,
recognize
just
that
watch
it's
it.
them?
Just watch it. Watch it.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Oh my god. So the cat is looking at the phone and thinking that there's
Yeah.
another cat, and then it looks up and sees you, and it's like your face is normal. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's beyond like recognizing itself.
Wow.
That's sketch shitless.
He doesn't want to move.
This is in the video. I've seen.
But this is the same kind of thing, no? Is this not what you...
well, this is 5 minutes long. I only
Yeah,
seen it
find
Sorry,
another one,
which-
'cause
Go back to the,
one
like,
without
1 minute.
music, preferably.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 1 minute 19 one I'd say. That's the one I've seen.
It's probably going to have music, though.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Oh my god. It is kind of creepy to see these cat... This is
Look
why
at that, look at
cats...
that, look at
This is why cats bombed so bad. Oh my god. And you know what's fucked up is they don't look like normal cats either.
Yeah.
So it's like a demon cat.
And I thought their eyes wouldn't be able to like see screens like as well as we do.
I thought that they wouldn't really recognize. Isn't that like? And then they stop being freaked out. They're like, "It's your face now." And then do they look back and try and see if?
God,
you
look at it. There's a good one.
Yes, he's doing the multiple checks. He's like, "Wait, what?" Attack the cat. Yeah, he's like, "Get out of here! What the fuck?" That is awful. That is awful. Oh my god. Whoa. No wonder your cat's fucking you up. You look like a demon cat. Yo, are these all Asian people or is it just me? The cat just fell straight up. He's got the little glasses. That's amazing. Yo, what the fuck? Yo. That is so weird. The cat is like, what the fuck is going on?
That's still not the video I seen. Because
That's
I seen one with a dog as well.
crazy. See, I thought it was like a test, right? That you could like only certain animals could tell their reflection was them. So I assumed like I didn't know if the cat was on that list. Like I know ravens can see themselves in a mirror and they know it's them and not another animal. I wonder if the cat yeah, they must know it's you because they look up. They're like, who's behind me? That's crazy. I didn't know cats got reflection. Oh, fuck, this is weird. This is a total head trip for me. Whoa.
Well.
That's craziness. Absolute craziness. Oh, yeah. I have some amazing videos. Sean's going to be really mad he didn't come this week because we have the return of these Fuego videos. Jimmy Kimmel did a bunch more. You guys have seen
Is this
those?
what you say about me when I'm not here? Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
every day you just fuck my...
Well, now we know
Oh,
Max
right.
doesn't listen to the podcast.
Hopefully educational.
Hey, everybody.
I was there.
And you
Except
guys,
for when I wasn't.
Well, exactly, and you should have caught up because
I have
we
abused the
told you
shit
the
out of
secret
you,
to
Max,
the
since you were away.
Sierra Madre. We told you where the treasure was buried.
Oh shit.
So, your loss.
It's gone now,
You've
though.
seen the Jimmy Kimmel
Ching, ching.
Can You Name a Country ones? Have you ever seen that where they go out into the street and ask
Oh,
people,
yeah,
can you name a country on a map? This
Can you
one,
name a country beginning with you?
We went out on the
Uzbekistan.
with a map of the United States.
but they
And we
already
blacked
got
it out so you
Oh,
can't
right.
see the
This
shapes
is
of the
amazing,
states. And we asked people walking by to name this country.
They asked
We
people
want
in
to know if
America
people recognize
to name
this country
America.
right here.
The United States?
Okay.
Good
that's
job.
fine.
Oh, okay, good. I didn't know that was a trick question. I got a little nervous.
What country is it?
This is America.
Okay.
Good job.
They're being a lot kinder because usually they leave with all the idiots. Oh, that's a bit
There's a country
unfair.
right now that's been all over the news. Trump tweets about it a lot. We want to know if Americans recognize it by its shape.
That's not
This is it right
fair,
here.
guys.
That's not fair. Yeah,
That's not
a bit
fair.
harsh.
Oh, that's it? Fuck you guys. All right, I'm leaving
Yeah,
this
no,
video
that's
now.
not- that's
anyway,
not good.
that's lucky. I have one. I have a better one. That's so rude.
Yeah,
this
that
is
is,
the
like-
one though. These ones
If
they
I
did.
looked
an-
at Ireland upside down, I don't know.
Ted
if I'd
Cruz
straight
tweet-
away,
No,
like,
fuck
yeah,
no.
You
I'd
wouldn't
be
go
maybe
like,
thinking like
maybe
Bermuda.
especially when you're on the spot. Maybe Ireland, yeah, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
maybe, but like
States,
still.
you know, when you've got a straight border, like.
Yeah,
well,
it's because it's unfair,
It is, like,
especially
'cause you
if they
don't-
took out
anytime
Northern
you-
Ireland. Sometimes they show Ireland with no Northern Ireland. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck is that demon?
Yeah, like.
Man, so much of what
Man,
countries look
every
like
time
is
you
their
see a country,
position,
every time you look at a
know?
book, like everything, a country is always the
Yeah.
north to south.
Try flipping
always,
Google
north
Maps
to-
upside down. I
yeah,
always
like-
have to press north on Google
There's no
Maps
way,
because
yeah.
otherwise it looks super
Yeah, man,
weird.
I hate that. I
That's the
hate the
thing.
way it
If
keeps
you look at
fucking-
Ireland side on, you're like, what is this shit?
Do you know you accidentally press follow and then you're like, where?
Yeah,
And you're
uh-huh.
looking like, and you're trying to figure out if your GPS is right, and you're
Stop it! I need the top down. Give me the map view, you idiot. I can look myself. But this is another one. They did another series of those. Can you name a country?
He did a segment, video that he likely didn't realize was from our show. About 2 years ago, we went out in the street. We asked random people passing by if they could name a country on a map we set up, and many of them could not name a country. had nothing to do with their political affiliation, but Ted Cruz posted it and wrote, "This is Bernie's base, the same folks who tell pollsters that socialism is great because free stuff is cool, and they have no idea how many countries have tried it and utterly failed. The antidote, facts, truth, and substance." Unfortunately, the guys talking about facts, truth, and substance made that all up. They were not Bernie supporters. We don't know who they supported. We didn't ask. Bernie wasn't even running when we shot this. But in fairness to Sweaty Teddy, we decided to revisit this subject. We went out in the street and we asked people who do not support Bernie Sanders, in fact, quite the opposite. We asked them to name a country, any country, and this is how they did.
Oh, did they just get Republicans?
How did they do that?
Is this a hit piece?
They just went down into Texas.
Are you registered Democrat?
Republican.
Republican. Can you name a country on this map?
I believe that's Africa.
Nope.
Russia.
Nope, that's China. Anything over here?
All right, so it's basically Europe.
Where is
China.
Europe?
Oh my God. Oh my God. How do you not know where Europe is?
Don't know.
Oh my God! How is that possible? How can you not know where Europe is on the fucking map?
Because America does not give a fuck about the rest of the
I think what they've done is normally.
I know the map is different,
No, man,
but that's
no.
no
Yeah,
excuse.
normally they have like.
It's normally England is in the center.
I've seen that.
This
map
is an
quite a lot.
Australian map. They are fucking with them. This is an Australian map because it's Australia centric. It's in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
That threw me off. When I went to Australia, I was like, your map's wrong. It's all fucked up. But still, to not be able to like just know the.
So you're telling me he
ever
thinks
look at a globe?
he probably thinks that Europe is America.
Like people must know, right? People must know where America is at least. You'd expect you know where your own country is, right? And then you'd know surely that.
But no, that's what I mean. He's looking at the left, going, "It should be there on the left, and all of like Europe on
But
the
why
right."
can't he just go? It's circular. If it's
Yeah.
like it should
He's
be
a
on the
flat
right.
earther,
Yeah, they're like, I'm only used to the globe.
he's on TV.
Democrat, by chance?
I am not.
Can you name a country on this map?
Asia or Africa?
That's a continent.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Is he
no,
actually not? I don't know.
I know a lot of people that think that.
What, that
Like,
Africa's a country?
Yeah, they just think it's a country. No, I don't know, but I've
And then
definitely
South
heard that a
Africa
lot.
is just like the South part.
North Africa, South Africa.
What
just
about
the top and
Zimbabwe?
bottom.
That's in Africa. Well,
yeah, it's a county.
That's a,
Can you name a country in Africa?
No.
Fine hurlers.
You support the president?
Can't name a country in Africa. I feel like they're not trying.
They're not.
I
but
have
they
to
don't-
believe they're
Americans,
not trying.
I don't think they get taught like
Stop,
geography.
stop, man! Because we know there are Americans who can. So we can't. We
No,
just.
no, they
it's
do.
just
no, I think
these
it's
people.
they're in the schooling system. I'm not saying it's Americans are dumb. I'm saying like I don't think they get taught like much about.
Yeah, but this is nothing to do
world,
with
like,
school.
Like,
In
we
school,
learn, like we had to learn
no,
like capitals
no,
and fuck it,
no,
all the
no.
capitals.
That's
of
not where I
Europe
learn
and,
countries. That's not where I learn. I learn countries from looking at Google fucking maps or like just from
I used to
knowing
love,
things.
When I was younger, I used to love looking at maps.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
get
a
book of
natural
maps
sense
and,
of
like,
curiosity.
yeah.
What if someone said to me, "Name a country," and I said Africa, and they're like, "Oh, that's a continent." I was like, "Wait, what? I thought Africa was a That would blow. Like, I want to know things I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That guy was like, "Oh, whatever." So like, it must take a
But, like,
certain
he
type of
obviously
person.
doesn't even know what the 5 continents are like.
I don't know if he knows the He must know the difference between a Fuck, I don't know what
he
that guy
doesn't, yeah,
knows.
like,
Why
he
would I
obviously
propose to
doesn't.
him?
Yeah. Can you name a country on this map? How about this?
Why is it?
How about this country? Anything here? No. Anything here?
No.
How about this country? I don't know. Kevin, can you name a country on this map?
This is so weird.
What?
She's like,
No,
what?
That's a map.
She's like, I don't know calculus.
Who's
What do I look
any
like
country?
What do I look like?
I
A
don't
geographer?
know. Tuesday.
Pancakes?
Come on. I don't know.
How about
Just
this?
say things.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I
How
don't know
about
what that is. What is
How about
this?
this?
Texas.
Texas.
India.
Indiana. Wait,
don't know.
what is happening? What the?
She
whoa,
thinks she's
whoa,
seen pictures
no.
of America.
Does she think that there's like giant oceans between Texas and Indiana? How could she possibly? What is she saying?
C.
I don't think she's
Giant
this.
C.
I'm giving her. She must be nervous.
How about this?
Texas. No. India. I don't know.
India.
Can you?
Okay. She said Texas. No, sorry, India. They're right next to each other.
Oh wait, now this fella's going
Point to a
guessing.
country on this map.
USSR.
Oh my
Russia.
God.
Yes.
Can you point to it?
USSR.
I'm 100% certain.
That's so 80s.
Yeah.
USSR.
He was wearing a bowling
look
shirt.
What he's wearing. He's definitely back
Oh,
in the
my
80s,
fault.
man.
Tiffany, are you?
He's definitely on like mescaline. Just fucking
No, that's China.
Alrighty, my fault.
Tiffany, are you a Democrat or Republican?
Republican, most definitely am.
Can you name a country on this map?
Neck tats. Never a good sign.
Mexico.
Loves it up the ringer.
It's right down here.
Nope,
Whoa.
that's India.
Just a little bit like Mexico.
Oh my god.
What'd
Yeah,
you
but
say?
the idea that you would think Mexico ends and it's water underneath and not South America. Like,
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like, people know about the migrant like, they know that they're mad at brown people coming in. Like, they should have at least have a notion.
Where they're coming from.
Yeah, they
That's why
emerge from the
that's why
ground.
they're so racist, because they literally don't know anything about the culture. They just think they're just a
This
bunch of
is
dirty people coming in
shocking.
and like taking our jobs.
This is
looking
worse.
For a better thing. They
This
don't
is
even
way
understand
worse.
why they want to leave their country to get to America, to get a better place. They don't
Damn.
understand that
You
they're
know
having
they're gonna
such
get a
shit time. That they want
Yeah,
to get
for
like,
real.
they don't know that. They just think that they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they're poor.
You
Like
gotta
no reason why they're poor or anything like that. They're just like, they're coming in to take our jobs because we've got a good country. They literally just think their country is great. That they're like, do you know what I mean?
Well, you got to be living in some sort of bubble to not know
Yeah.
where Mexico is when it's
Man,
south
they're
of you.
fucking so.
Wouldn't you would find America and go south?
I
But she
nearly
can't
go.
even
Right,
find
we start
America,
going,
which is
we
shocking.
start going, right? Come on, guys. Right.
What? Naming
Just
countries?
Keep a pause there, right? Top right, Greenland. Next, little bit down to that, Canada, America,
Oh,
Mexico,
Alaska.
Cuba, Jamaica. I don't really
Whoa,
know.
whoa, whoa! Stop.
Trinidad
We'll
and
get a
Tobago.
proper map. Let's get a proper map.
Trinidad and Tobago. Without, yeah. I wouldn't be great now. There was there French Polynesia. No, French Polynesia is out in fucking the Australasia or whatever. No, what's you call that sea again?
What?
Where all the
Pacific?
islands are? Yeah, like in the Pacific.
Oh god, that's horrible quality.
Or no,
Caribbean.
Micronesia. Or whatever.
Oh god, I don't know. Yeah, Polynesia, Micronesia.
That's up there, innit? So. Right, so. Okay, can you put the cursor on the country? I will
Yeah.
start from.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll
I've
start
done-
from the
I've
left
done-
and go right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I've done
So that's
America,
Alaska,
Mexico.
Canada. What? What?
Alaska is America. Alaska isn't a country.
Yeah, but I'm just specifying why it's a separate thing over here. But yeah, that's Alaska. I'm not a
block as we
dumbass,
go.
man. I know Alaska is a state in America, and that's Hawaii. So but like, dude, people would definitely be naming that as a separate
Yeah,
country
right, I
if
need
they
to
don't
mute
know.
that.
So that's Canada, that's Greenland, that's Iceland, that's America. There's Mexico. Fuck. So
Oh, Salvador,
one of
El
those
Salvador?
is Cuba, and one of those is
Oh yeah,
the
that's
Virgin
Jamaica.
Islands.
Cuba is the
and-
biggest one. The next one is Jamaica,
Yeah.
and I don't know what. the other one-
Haiti is one of them too.
But is Haiti and is Haiti is
Haiti
split
and
in-
Honduras are no.
They're split
Oh.
into two countries, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's Haiti and is it the
It's,
Trinidad?
you can
and
see it
Tobago
there.
or-
It's that little island. There's a little line in the middle, but I don't know what they are. I know Haiti is half of it. But anyway, let's move on. We don't know this clearly.
Jeez, what's that dot out in the middle of the ocean, man? I don't.
What, this one? That's the
Yeah.
Azores. Or maybe it's not the Azores, but like the Azores are basically the only island group there.
I thought it was closer to.
It is closer
Africa.
to Europe, so I don't really know. Maybe that's just a
glitch or whatever.
glitch and not supposed to be like that.
Right. So
The Azores are honestly they're shockingly
I
far
wouldn't
away from
be
Europe.
great at these North America ones now. I know there's.
I'll fuck
North
up South
Pacific
America. I'll fuck up South
Yeah.
America. So that's Venezuela, Colombia. I don't know what that one is,
Chile?
but that's that.
No,
No,
Chile.
Chile's the
Chile.
long one. That's Peru. That's Bolivia. That's Paraguay. That's Brazil. That's Argentina. That's Uruguay. That is like one of those is Suriname.
Suriname.
Yeah, one of those is Ecuador. Oh no, Ecuador. That's Ecuador over there on the left.
And
Then it's Venezuela.
Bolivia?
No, this is Bolivia down here. That's Peru. Then there's Suriname, Venezuela.
There's one with a really weird name that you wouldn't think is like a South American name.
Oh, and then so in Central America it goes. I think it goes Honduras, Costa Rica.
Costa Rica's an island, no?
Costa Rica's here. I don't think Costa Rica's an island. I think it just. I'm pretty sure it's not an
In my
island.
head,
but I
it's
could
just
be
an
wrong.
island, but I don't know.
No, Costa Rica is one of those connecting
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah. So Costa Rica,
El Salvador, Panama.
Panama.
For fuck's sake, how do we get Panama?
Nicaragua, and
El Salvador, where
Nicaragua
where
El
the number
Salvador.
come from.
Yeah, think migrant caravans. Okay, so that's South America. That's pretty much done. And then Antarctica down the bottom. And then Africa.
No idea.
I got.
We can name a lot of names. That's
Africa.
Nigeria. I think you were on there a second ago.
Oh man.
Congo.
That's
no,
the
Congo's down south.
The Congo, I think that's the Congo.
Congo's in the Congo.
Nigeria is a huge one. Is it? That is Nigeria. I know that that's Ethiopia.
Senegal is over to the left.
Yeah, Ivory Coast is over on the left somewhere. South Africa,
but no, the northern
Lesotho.
ones. You know the northern ones. The big one is Morocco. And
Zimbabwe.
Next to that is Sudan. And next
No. Sudan's over on the right. It's Algeria. Morocco is right under Spain, and then it goes Algeria to the right of that. Then it might be the Sudan, and then it's Egypt is right next to the. Wait, let's just go over there quickly. Nobody look at the rest of it. Don't cheat. Wait, where? Okay.
Oh, Mauritania.
I wouldn't know that. Algeria, and then it goes Libya, and then it goes Egypt, and then man, the Sudan is there. Sudan is not in
there. We're not great. We're just bad.
But I don't. Yeah, that's brown Africa, and then there's black Africa beneath it. I pretty much in this. Oh, Madagascar is the big island.
Yeah.
I pretty much only know South Africa. South Africa and Lesotho in the bottom. That's honestly all I could honestly say I know.
Right, go to Asia. I'd say go to Asia.
So let's obviously get these out of the way. So that's Australia. That's Tanzania at the bottom, which is technically part of Australia. New Zealand. That is Papua New Guinea and something else,
Indonesia?
but the Indonesia is over here, and
Philippines
the Philippines is the islands. Indonesia is islands as well. Papua
Vietnam
New Guinea
there on the right.
What's the one next to Papua New Guinea?
Man, it's pissing me off. Yeah.
Select that.
It's Papua New Guinea and come on, you fuck.
Oh, is it just part of fucking Thailand or something?
Oh yeah, it might just be Indonesia.
Yeah,
it's the other half of Indonesia.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, we didn't fuck up then. Okay. So I'll fuck the rest of this shit up. That's Thailand. That is Cambodia. That is Vietnam. That is Laos. That is Bangladesh. Is that Myanmar? That's Myanmar.
Yeah.
That is in the middle. That's Bangladesh.
Yeah.
That's India. That's Pakistan. That's Tibet. That's China. That's Japan. That's South Korea. That's North Korea.
Russian or Mongolia north.
Mongolia north of China. Kazakhstan left of Mongolia. Uzbekistan south of Kazakhstan, I believe. Then there's Tajikistan and some other stands. I don't know them. Russia to the north. Then Europe gets tricky. I should know Europe better.
Right, come on, we gotta know Europe.
Ireland, Northern Ireland.
Hey, Ireland.
Okay, Ireland. Sorry. Ireland, Portugal, Spain, France.
Yes. Why the fuck are you asking France?
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think so Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany. Oh no. Belgium.
No.
What? One of these is Belgium, right above. No, France. Yeah, Belgium is next to France.
No. I thought you were somewhere else.
Okay. Look at the cursor. Can you not see the cursor?
Yeah, no, your cursor was there.
Okay. France, Belgium. What's this little guy up here? Like, fucking something. What's this little guy, Megs?
That's Netherlands.
Is
Netherlands,
it?
yeah.
What's? That's
Denmark.
the Denmark. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I thought that was because I was thinking of islands. So I was like, but yeah, Netherlands is very or Denmark is all broken up. Sweden, Norway, Finland, Estonia.
I don't know all these ones.
I don't know. Yeah, and then Poland is here.
Okay,
Germany.
Okay, Poland is next to Latvia.
Poland is next to Germany. That's Germany. So is that Latvia? Latvia.
Lithuania is one of the small ones.
Okay, Lithuania down here maybe.
Croatia is down south.
And then they changed. I can't remember. They changed Czech Republic into Czechia or something.
Chechnya.
Czechia.
Czech Republic is way up there. Czech Republic is the big
but it's
one.
not the Czech Republic anymore. It doesn't exist. They changed the name. It's Czechia. No, it's not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, that's weird.
Where the Crimea War is going on.
Yeah, I don't even know how to
I
pronounce
was watching like
So
the
it looks-
Grand Tour, or no, I saw a video of the Grand Tour, and it was
Germany, Czechia, Slovakia, Hungary. See, I'd never get all. They get confusing.
Yeah.
You don't need to know unless you
Well,
look.
no,
there.
we just proved that we knew a lot.
We
knew
fucked
a
them
lot.
up. That was pretty. Yeah, we'd be fine
For
if we
people who are
dropped
not
this off.
studying it, we've done well.
Yeah, for
And we
real.
would probably like if we got the names of every other country and saw them on the map, we'd definitely be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Let's
not
just
in
see.
your head.
There's like a few.
But man,
f-
have you
few
seen?
stuff.
Actually, I don't know if you could look it up. This video of do you know the Grand Tour? It's basically Top Gear, but they've
Yeah, on
done it with
Netflix?
Amazon.
Oh no, yeah, Amazon.
And they were doing some tests like somewhere in like I think it was Czech Republic. And these there's soldiers that are literally like just standing like 50 feet or 20 feet away from each other. They're just kind of slowly like taking over the land.
Is it? I think it's Ukraine.
I'd say, yeah,
It's
Ukraine, they're, like,
rebels that have nothing to do with
Yeah,
Russia.
they're not getting. Yeah, they're
That's
not.
that's a war happening right
yeah,
now.
They're but like every
I've heard
night.
anything about that for ages. Actually.
That's
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
because it's
I
like
only found out from
they
a
don't do
video
anything
that I saw,
dramatic. They did
yeah,
one
yeah.
dramatic thing. They invade, and then it's a slow creep. But
Yeah.
like that's why Ukraine is desperate to like get in NATO and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
because-
they won't do nothing.
Yeah, it's fucked
Because they
up.
still want to do business with Russia.
Let's finish these videos. See what this
That would be Asia.
No, that's Africa.
Jesus, and it's a
How about
continent.
this?
buddy. He's like, how could I possibly guess anything other than Asia
Here.
and Africa?
Anything over here? What about this continent?
I have no idea.
How about anything over here?
That's
I hope they get a Bernie.
What about this?
Pacific, right?
Oh, yes, it
Pacific
is.
Ocean.
Yes, what is this?
I don't know.
How about
I
this?
don't know.
In all fairness, she probably only knows one ocean.
Nope.
This?
Nope.
This?
Nope.
This?
Nope.
This?
Nope. Nothing.
Do you support Ted Cruz?
Yes.
Yes.
They should have got a Bernie Sanders supporter to name a bunch of countries. That would have topped it off. All right, last thing. Let's just watch that Eminem thing, and then let's call it a day. Eminem as a Talking Head song, so great.
I love how you just have to type in Nas.
I know because it's so popular.
I've got a rhyming disease.
Like
In
it's
my head,
quotes from him.
everything right.
Yeah, these are all real life interviews he's given, and
Like
then they
every
just.
one of the videos he does, it's it's word from word from it. Like he's singing.
That's
himself,
why
but,
they
like,
can make these incredible videos where he mouths every word because he's.
I've got a rhyming disease. In my head, everything right. I rock till I can't. Till my brain hurts. Lyrics in my head all the time. I made a lot of songs. I don't know how many I've made, but I've made a lot of songs, and I write every day. I put my orange door-hinge storage in the orange garbage. People say the word orange doesn't rhyme with anything. From the hi-hat to the snare to the vocals, I love beats and rhymes. Just the craft of it. I was in the rap Olympics, rapping and singing and dancing, and I am fine. Something about the pen and paper, I can pick it on my ideas, and I can see them. And if I don't got paper, I'll write it on my hand, fill up the hand, and I'll transfer it to paper. Orange storage, storage, and then orange garbage. People say the word orange doesn't rhyme with anything. I put my orange door-hinge storage, and then orange garbage. People say the word orange doesn't rhyme with anything.
I know.
Thanks, put a wonderful audience.
How can I take words and put them at the end of the sentence, but in between maybe make some words rhyme in between the rhyme, and like sandwiches? I've been born with the English language, wordplay and metaphors and similes, multi-syllable rhyming, stream of consciousness. I got a rhyming disease. I put my orange door-hinge storage, and then orange garbage. People say the word orange doesn't rhyme with anything. I put my orange door-hinge storage.
those. And there's like Kanye West is a Tame Impala song. Oh, a Taylor Swift is a Limp Bizkit song. So much fire.
The Limp Bizkit one is brilliant as well.
Dude, they're
so Limp Bizkit.
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
Such a Limp Bizkit
Oh,
song,
we just gotta listen. We'll end with this. It's just so fucking funny. Taylor Swift.
And like the lyrics, everything is like
it's so like weird. And
Swift Bizkit.
Swift Bizkit.
It's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're
the voice, he just killed it.
I'm just being myself. I feel so defeated and sad. Nobody ever listens to me. Society is sick. We're all sick. So I wrote this shit thing. The media has fictionalized my personal life. I do drink a 25, but you better not write about this. I don't even want to talk about it. You can lose a foot, you can lose a hand. I have heads in my freezer, all fans. I will go online and watch them for months and months, and I invited them over. I like to chop up. British short hair, Scottish fold, Himalayan, exotic short hair, exotic long hair,
The bridge is so brilliant.
Siamese. I'm like a serial dater, and everything's great until they leave and I'm devastated. I get crazy and obsessed, and then I write songs to get revenge because I'm psychotic. I don't trust technology. I started screaming and my phone stopped. I wake up and I have all these piles of dead cats all over the floor. I will have a meltdown on the show. I have double jointed elbows. So it's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated.
And I think the Alex Jones one is actually probably the best.
If you knew my nightmare world, you'd be terrified.
No, but like this actually, like if Limp Bizkit wrote this song, I wouldn't think.
Wouldn't blink an eye.
No.
Like, oh. Yeah, it's not my thing.
Limp
But
Bizkit.
yeah, yeah. No, neither is Limp Bizkit. It's so.
I've been really trying too hard lately. I've been really overthinking this entire thing. I've been really trying too hard lately. It's more important to be edgy and sexy and cool than anything else. Oh my God, you're irritated. Then I'm just being myself. I feel so defeated and sad. Nobody ever listens to me. Society is sick. We're all sick. So I wrote this sick thing.
Amazing.
Cool.
All right, and with the annoying noise of the kettle boiling in the background, that'll be the end of the show. Good night.
Night.
Bitches.